Officer. He was unarmed. The officer was not indicted. In 2013, former black FAMU football player Jonathan Farrell shot and killed by a police officer. The officer was not indicted. Jonathan was unarmed. In 2013, Andy Lopez, 13-year-old Latino American, shot and killed by a police officer. He was unarmed. The officer was not indicted. In 2009, here in Pensacola, Florida, Victor Steen, 19 years old, tased, run over by a police officer. He was unarmed. The police officers were not indicted. We just want justice. In 2009, Oscar Grant, 18-year-old black American, shot and killed by BART officers. He was unarmed. The officers were not indicted. That was the day after I turned 19 years old. In 1999, Amadou Diallo, black American, shot and killed by police officers. Reaching for the wallet these plainclothes police officers had just asked him for. Shot 19 times. The officers were acquitted of all wrongdoing. In 1999, Aquan Salmon, 13-year-old black boy, shot in the back and killed by police. He was unarmed. The police officer was not indicted. In 2010, Ayanna Jones, 7 years old, killed in a drug police raid. No drugs were found, and the officer was not indicted. I say that to say this, y'all. There's a problem here in America in the way police are trained to treat unarmed people. They're supposed to protect and serve, yet they brutalize, rape, and habitually harass and oppress a certain segment of the population. Let us be clear. Many of these people we see on the news dying are people that look like me, are people that look like you, people that look like your daughter, and people that look like your son, people that look like my mother, look like my grandmother. And where are the good cops? If there was ever a time, we need you now. Not all cops are bad, but most officers are complacent.
That's right.
And complacency bleeds callousness.
That's right.
A numbness.
Yeah.
And whether or not we wear the badge, we all have souls. And all these lives have got to mean something. Because when you're a Kai Gurley killed walking down the stairwell because a trained professional with body armor and a gun was scared of you, you start to understand why we're screaming, no justice,
no peace,
no peace,
no peace.
Hands up,
hands up,
don't shoot,
don't shoot.
How can they sleep at night?
The rioters and the looters are not the problems. They are not the reasons we need tanks and tear gas.
That's right.
These people are exercising a fundamental human and constitutional right. The people are rightfully angry. They are reacting to a cycle of injustice and repression. If we got some justice for maybe one black body, two black bodies, if we change the system, justice, that's all. In 2012, we see what it's like to be black in America. Some of you remember James Egan Holmes channeling his inner privilege, walking heavily armed into a Colorado movie theater, watching a very good movie, murdering 12 people and injuring 70. He killed 12 of us and injured 70. After a remarkably fast police response by our kind and gracious media, he was arrested without resistance. They show him to the world smiling in his high school graduation picture.
Right, right.
A mentally disturbed individual, stressed because he couldn't finish his PhD. By definition, this man was a thug.
That's right.
Y'all hear me?
Yes.
By definition, this man was a thug.
Yes.
He just killed 12 people.
Yeah.
He injured 70.
Yeah.
He was armed.
But they took him in nice.
Right. He still lives.
By definition, police should have feared for their lives
Yeah.
and the lives of more civilians.
Right.
Right? But James Egan Holmes gets a court date and an insanity plea. He'll be up for parole in about 50 years. May or may not get it. Charles Manson just did get married.
My.
Marine Sergeant, my bad, in 2012, we in the same year, 2012. Marine Sergeant Manuel Loggins, devoted father of two, one in the oven, a devoted husband. Police say they observed Loggins acting oddly on a track at a local high school. Loggins is walking towards and getting to his SUV with his 14-year-old and his 9-year-old in it. Police say he warned him not to start the engine. The officer shot and killed him. The media said he was crazy. Police dubbed him violent. Where have I heard that before? He was unarmed. The officer was not indicted. Justice for Rakia Boyd. Justice for Tamir Rice. Justice for Oscar Grant.
Yeah.
All power to the people. It's going to be tough, but we got to do more than march this time.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
This time, we got to do more than pray.
Yes.
That's it.
County commissioners that are not out here control the police that are also not out here.
That's right.
Police that are also in our communities shooting and killing us.
Yes.
Right.
Running over our bodies after they tase us.
Come on. Victor Steen.
We got to get organized.
That's right.
We got to show up to these meetings
That's
because
right.
he's not hearing us. They not hearing us. Show up to the counselor's church. Show up to the counselor's, show up everywhere. They got to see us. They don't understand. We need heart this time. We need courage. We need dedication. We need persistence. We have got to shake the earth when we walk in a unified step, in a unified voice, declare that Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter.
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 The people must demand body cameras for all police, every encounter, every public interaction.
Yes.
If you are interacting with me or somebody that looks like you need to have a camera. I don't know what you're stopping them for. They don't know what you're stopping them for. And the DOD program 1033 and stop outfitting our police with military weapons.
Yeah.
In Camden County, we do not have a gang problem. We do not have a black-on-black crime violence problem to warrant tanks and grenade launchers. Period. And racial profiling and punish police who engage. Every situation is not racial, but there is a pattern. And when you see that the officer who killed 12-year-old Tamir Rice a second after getting out of the car, if you watch the video, and a lot of people form opinions without watching things and seeing things and reading things for themselves, was fired from his previous job for being mentally unstable and unfit to be a police officer, and rehired as a police officer, and within 1 second, shooting a 12-year-old because he feared for his life. The problem is systemic, understand, it is not individual. All cops are not bad, but the system and the institution of police encourages this kind of behavior,
Yeah.
especially if I can do my job so poorly as to kill someone and get paid leave,
And get married.
sell surplus military equipment and use these funds to increase diversity on the police force, and some mother-loving training. We do not need cops that are scared of the people.
That's right.
The people they are supposed to protect. The people they are supposed to serve. If I ask the police officer for a ride home, he should not be feared for his life. Maybe I deserve a goddamn ride home.
Get a ride
If
home.
you're getting paid leave for killing somebody. The people must not waver or falter. This is the beginning of something great and the continuation of a proud history that we must continue, each and every one of us. The problem is not individual. I cannot change this, you cannot change this by being a nice person to a white man or being a nice person to a police officer. They need to hear and see the continued pattern. They need to hear and see that the people are not satisfied. We stand with Trayvon, Mike,
Yeah.
Malcolm,
Yeah.
Fred Hampton,
Yeah.
Emmett Till,
Yes.
Fannie Lou Hamer,
Yes.
Nat Turner,
Yes.
and this man, Dr. King.
Yes.
We cannot fail them. Their dream still needs defending. Remember that silence equals consent, and that only through consistent, organized action will things change. All power to the people.
Yeah.